Right hand, left hand, in the corner. Schwartz is in trouble. Big man.
From the problem child Jake Paul to the nightmare KSI, Tyson Fury wants to fight 50 YouTube boxers on the same night. And no, he has no plans of losing to any of them. Tyson Fury believes he can annihilate the entire Misfits boxing team. The Gypsy King is said to be one of the greatest heavyweight champions of all time. He hasn't lost any of his 34 professional fights.
Head and body at the moment, minute to go in the fourth.
So when he's out here challenging to fight 50 boxers on the same night, he really means it. Influencer boxing's on the rise and has been the main topic of conversation in the boxing world, and Fury knew he'd make headlines when he claimed he could beat every YouTube boxer in the same evening. The Gypsy King told The Star, "Yes, I'd fight them all at once," and even though he said he doesn't know how many there are, he added that if there were 50 of them, he'd like to get all 50 of them in a row and then fight them all for a round each. And he really believes that he can take out all of them. I mean, he's Tyson Fury, so he knows what he's talking about.
Fury landed a short left uppercut in there that just made Chisora take another backward step.
It's crazy to think that this is coming from the athlete, because during an appearance on the True Gordy podcast, he said that he doesn't even watch influencer boxing. The boxer said he had respect for influencer boxers, but that it's just not his cup of tea. So what's up with the sudden change of plans? Why does he want to be a part of these events now? The answer is pretty simple. Influencer boxing's on the rise. Who would have thought a bunch of YouTubers would change the dynamic of boxing? No one, but that's exactly what's happened. Just a few years back, KSI fought his first amateur fight with Joe Weller at the Copper Box. 5 years later, he's selling out the O2 and Wembley Arena. These events are making big revenue, and don't get me started on how much these boxers are making from them. After all, KSI's fight with Logan Paul generated millions of dollars.
Logan Paul may be hurt. That looked like it was behind the head though, Ryan.
He needs to hold those type of shots.
Isn't that just insane? Plus, this is only the start. With big sports channels and brands sponsoring these events, they're only going to get bigger. So, is Tyson Fury in for the money? I mean, an event where he fights 50 opponents would definitely bring in a lot of those big bucks. And they'll take his name to another level.
Fighter, Derek Chisora.
He's already a boxing legend and easily the best boxer in the world right now. So can you imagine how hyped this bout would be? KSI, Swarms, FaZe Temper, and numerous others, all of them in line to fight the great boxing legend.
Also turnover into a right hook. Straight left came behind at that time.
With the right amount of promotion and drama, it can make millions and millions, and it'll definitely be a treat for boxing and YouTube fans. But let me look at it more realistically. Would the Gypsy King actually win the crossover fight? Yes, this fight sounds like a dream come true, but there's a lot to look at here. Would Tyson even be able to fight all 50 boxers without gassing out? What if something unexpected happens and he loses in the first few rounds? There's just a lot to take into consideration here. So, would he gas out? Well, not really. Tyson's a very experienced fighter. What makes him different from others in his field is that he comes from a traveler background, and travelers have made fighting a part of their culture. He trains very hard, and he is fit as a fiddle, despite his physique. Yeah, don't let all that fat fool you, because it's only making him stronger.
Fury continues to land. This is where he's got to try and hold him, get up close and try and hold.
The 34-year-old athlete is fast and has excellent breathing. And if you don't believe me for some reason, then just look at his track record. I mean, if you look at his fights closely, you'll see that he's never tense. Fury always seems relaxed, and the only muscles he tenses are the ones he's using. And let me tell you that that's a skill, and something that big fighters like Wilder and AJ struggle with. So if he's given the right amount of breaks in between rounds, he might actually be able to win this one, but there are a lot of factors that'll decide whether that could actually happen. For example, the order in which he's fighting these boxers. KSI and Jake Paul should be one of the first ones he's facing if he wants to win, because all these boxers will go crazy on him since they won't have to worry about saving energy for future rounds. And if the Gypsy King can deal with them first, that'll make life way easier for him.
Constant movement, the ability, that jab, 85-inch reach as Schwartz tries to close the gap.
After all, if someone can win a fight against 50 boxers on the same night, it's Tyson Fury. Even the influencer boxers know he's not someone to be underestimated. I mean, Jake Paul's terrified of Tyson Fury. Tyson's younger brother Tommy Fury has recently put an end to his feud with Paul through a grudge fight. The fight took place in Saudi Arabia, and the Love Island star won by split decision. The stakes for the fight were very high, and Tyson was ready to leave his brother in Saudi Arabia if he didn't win. Good thing he did. Tyson Fury crashed one of Jake Paul's promotional interviews for the bout, and let's just say that the problem child's life flashed before his eyes. Fury barged in with his two sons and threw air punches at Paul, and you could see terror in the former Disney star's eyes. Jake, without hesitation, admitted that he was terrified at the sight of the world champion. He said, "I really thought he was going to effing punch me when he came in." There's been a lot of drama between the Furies and Jake Paul in the past few years, but if Tommy can beat Jake, then Tyson can do it with his eyes closed. And beating KSI would be a piece of cake for him too. Yeah, JJ's good, but he's nowhere near Fury's level yet. Well, of course, this is just something Fury said and nothing's on paper yet, and an event like this would break the internet for sure. But for now, Fury shouldn't get ahead of himself. After all, he's currently in talks to box a Ukrainian cruiserweight champion, the man himself, Alexander Usyk. Usyk's one of the best in the game right now. He defeated Anthony Joshua for the second time and retained his WBA, WBO, and IBF titles. The pro boxer also picked up the Ring Magazine belt on the way. The Gypsy King's the current WBC champion, and he beat Deontay Wilder via TKO to claim the title. Since both Usyk and Fury are at the top of their field right now, a clash between them is going to be big. Plus, all their drama is hyping the fight even more. Both the boxers have continuously taken shots at each other on social media and have been teasing a fight for months now. The only thing putting the fight in jeopardy is the fact that Fury wants more money. Is your $65 million net worth not enough for you, Tyson? Well, whatever the case may be, Tyson's promoter Frank Warren said the fight will 100% take place this spring. The boxers aim for Saudi Arabia, but if it doesn't work out for the Arabs, then Wembley Stadium's the next choice. An official announcement with a venue will be out soon, and fans can't wait for it. The feud will be settled once and for all, and maybe after he knocks out Usyk, Fury will smash the entire Misfits boxing team in one night. That's all from my end on Fury's future plans.